The first step is to fill a pot with water. You don't want it too full or you can't fit your soap in. But this is just a pot of water. This is our laundry soap pot. That's all it's used for, so that's why it's soapy water. I just have it on high. We're going to get it to a boil in a minute. Okay, so these are the ingredients that we're going to use. I bought the cheap way, or the lazy way out. I bought the already shredded zote, but I do have a soap only cheese grater, and we use that and just grate our own because it's much cheaper. It ends up being like $2 cheaper to shred your own block. Then you need the washing soda. This is Super Arm & Hammer, borax, and I like to add this. There is absolutely no need to add this, but I prefer to add this. I just feel like it works better. You can also just add a few drops of your essential oils that you like, but I prefer this. So here's all of the ingredients you need. I also like to have a soap only pitcher and a soap only, now I can't think of the name of this, funnel, that's the name. This is just so that I can put it in an old laundry soap container. That way the kids know what it is. But yeah, so this is the stuff that you really need to have. Okay, now we're going to talk about this 5-gallon bucket. I just got the one from Home Depot. It's easier if you can get a 6-gallon bucket, but from where I am, it's not so easy to get a 6-gallon bucket. So I use the 5 and it's just really close. So here is the 5-gallon bucket. You need a lid. You can use whatever bucket you want. Just make sure that everybody knows that that is a soap bucket. It is only for soap. Mark it so that it doesn't get used for anything else in your home. Okay, so this is about 6 ounces of shredded zote. Now all I'm going to do is sprinkle this in. This is not enough. We need about 14. I'm going to let this, I'm going to stir it, let this sit until it's dissolved, and then I'll get right back with you. Okay, so now this has boiled through. As you can tell, the majority of the soap has now dissolved. Now I'm going to add another, I think I'm going to add the remainder amount, which is another 8 ounces. Okay, so I've added the remaining 8 ounces. I'm just using this because I can throw it away. Use whatever you have. Just stir it occasionally. It doesn't need to be stirred a ton. And a little bit more soap never hurt anybody in there, so if you accidentally get a little bit more in there, that's fine. But we're going to let this simmer a little while, get the soap dissolved. Play with the heat, do what you need to get it dissolved but not overflowing. I get it to a near boiling point, if not lightly boiling. So we're going to let that boil, and then we're going to add some more stuff to it. Okay, so now all the soap is dissolved in here really good. We're going to dump this into our 5-gallon bucket. Okay, so now I've added 8.5 ounces of the, 8.5 ounces of the 5 gallon bucket. Okay, so now I've added 8.5 ounces of the 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 8 Downy Fresh Protect. This is Febreze Odor Defense, which I find really helpful for my active family. So I have slowly added it, let it dissolve as well here. And then I've got my zote dissolved in water in my 5-gallon bucket, and in a second I'm going to combine the two. Okay, I have now combined the two in a bucket, in my 5-gallon bucket, and I am going to fill it almost to the top with water. Okay, I now have this almost full. I'm going to add one more pot full. I have this, I think it is used for paint or plaster. You can pick it up at Home Depot. It's only maybe $8. And I just keep this in here to stir it. There's a lot of stirring this, so make sure that you have something long to stir with. This just lasts a long time, so I'm going to add the rest of that, and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, so this is about as full as I want it right now. I can add a little bit more water because it can go all the way to the top. This recipe is for 5 gallons. So, okay, so this is half a cup of borax, and I just sprinkle that in. Okay, you'll know if that's not enough borax because in the morning it will not be thick. But it should be if you have the right measurements. And this is 1 cup of the washing soda. I just have cups that are pre-marked with, see, it's kind of rubbing off, but with the amount measurements so that I don't have to use measuring cups. So you pour in both the borax and the washing soda, give it a good mix. Now, you can't use this for 24 hours. At the end of, 12 hours, sorry. At the end of that 12 hours, it should be ready to go. If you do this right before you go to bed, you can use it in the morning. So for the next few days after it's completed, make sure that you stir it often. You want to stir it basically every time you do laundry, or get up in the morning and stir it again before you go to bed, just for the next like week or so. But this will last you a long time. This is actually the recipe minus the downy. This is the same recipe that the LDS Church uses in their temples to wash clothes. You can do the zout or the Feltz napsa. I just prefer the smell of the zout. But as you can see, we're looking good. You want to make sure that you can't feel the grainy at the bottom, and that means that we're good and mixed in. Now we're gonna just leave this, and I'm not gonna stir it again until tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I'll give it a good stir, and then I'm good to use it. I just poured into an old laundry soap container. Mark the lid of the laundry soap container where the half a cup is, and use half a cup of this. You can also use just a quarter if your clothes are not nasty, I guess. I just like to use the half cup because I feel like it's super clean. It doesn't get sudsy, so you don't have to worry about your washing machine getting too soapy. You can use up to a whole cup of this laundry soap per load, but I have never needed that much. Like a half does great, and my clothes smell amazing, and they're good and clean. My whites stay white, my colors stay colorful. Yeah, so there's that. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're able to make your own laundry soap.